not seeing what we are seeing. If we'll go to their schools, from town to town, from county to county, 10% are in drugs, 5% are in the system already as criminals, and we don't know what the rest are. We tried to have an after-school program in the community center, so we put 10 Jewish children in there to do after-school work with 10 Gentile children. It didn't last 30 minutes, and I said, thanks, students. Everybody gets a prize on the way out. We'll keep your parents posted. And I was looking at the deputy commissioner. I said, did you see what I saw? Did you hear what I hear? To a point, but what's your point? I said, my point is as follows. The Jewish kid never heard the word FU. But the next table where the Latino child was, said 5 times, I can't do this. Kid never heard it. This program is over.
That was Isaac Abraham, a spokesman for Hasidic Jews in Brooklyn. Abraham says the Hasidic community has nothing to envy or emulate in the larger society. He explains that the Hasidic education system is the least of his worries.
Some of the best attorneys were Jewish and still are. Some of the best lawyers are Jewish. Who did Harvey Weinstein hire? Ben Brafman. Michael Jackson hired a Jewish lawyer. But they're worried about our education means nothing.
Naftuli is determined to keep fighting the self-imposed limitations of yeshiva education and the blind eye that he sees government officials turn to the deficient academics in those schools. He says yeshivas are suppressing the potential of generation after generation of Hasidic Jews and believes that he has found the answer to the problem.
There are laws in place. Now public schools must provide an education that is substantially equivalent to public school. The law goes on to say clearly that they must teach English, math, science, social studies, and other subjects. How is it possible that the law is so clear, the guidelines are so clear, and it's common knowledge that it's not happening, yet no one is doing anything about it? Well, I'm seeking a solution which should be the obvious one, which is if there are laws in the book, they should be enforced. Imagine if the Hasidic community said, we have a different way of life, we believe in God, we don't need to buckle our children, or we don't need to put them in, car seats and stuff like that. No. There are laws. It's perfectly fine to enforce those laws. The same is true with education. This is educational neglect. So all we're asking really is enforce this law just like you would enforce any other law, plain and simple. So we want yeshivas to remain fully Hasidic, continue teaching the Judaic studies and the Hasidic studies, but you have to dedicate more time and teach more subjects and teach them all through high school as required by New York State law.
This is